Hi everybody, it's Sandy here, and it is time for the new moon rose reading, and this is for the 17th of March 2018. So we enter a really interesting portal. We enter a portal that actually, from a Vedic astrology point of view, is seen as a portal of initiation. It's in the nakshatra of Purva Bhadrapa, and this is an amazing time of closure and opening up to the new. So these times that we're in are really significant and not necessarily easy. Hi Marianne, hi. So yeah, we're all being challenged in one way or another to find a right pathway, and this sense of really diving deep and almost taking a look at where life has brought us to this point now and what we're wanting to bring forward as we step through this portal of this weekend, and obviously into the equinox energies and into Aries. So these are intense times for many of us. For those of you that have been following me on my normal Facebook, my personal Facebook page, will know that I've been having a major clear out here in the Rosy Temple where I've been for the last 5 years, because I'm preparing to move, and in this letting go of the past seems to be really significant for so many of us, whether we're clearing our physical space, whether we're clearing old patterns of thought or behavior, to allow for something new to come forward, for something new to be birthed. And I think, when I looked at the readings that I did in January, I said that actually 218 wasn't going to, and my sense was that 218 wasn't going to start for us properly until we got into March. And here we are. And for so many of us, this last 3 months has been almost beyond intense. There have been things that we've had to work through, situations that we've had to work through that we probably couldn't have imagined. But 217 and into the beginning of 218 was the stepping stone that it was going to take us into this new portal of presence. And I feel that there's going to be some really rapid changes as we move through now into April, May, and on, and into then the eclipses. There doesn't feel to be any let up in what we're being asked to open to. So the more we can refine our space, the more we can refine and simplify our foods, keeping as hydrated as possible, and having foods that have got a lot of water content in them, because this helps to clear and flush the energies through the body. Also, there's been a lot of energies that have come up that have been part of the residual of our past, and so we're being called again to look at the journey we've been on, and actually what fears we're still working through, what fears we're still running with, and how can we, I suppose, as Susan Jeffers said it so very many years ago, feel the fear and do it anyway. This place of being present to what comes up for us, and really taking time to look at the fears that come up and what's really behind them. If we have the courage to face it, can we we move through? Can we face those fears and allow that energy to dissipate and disappear for us, so that we can move forward and open up to be as much light as we can, to travel light, to approach life in that place of light. It feels to me from the guidance that I've been getting that this place of the threefold flame of love, wisdom, power, and also the energy of light and love and presence are what's being called to really activate in our lives for us to live it and walk that path. So, what might the roses have to offer us as we journey into these next phases of our path? Are you drawn to rose card 1? Are you drawn to rose card 2? Or are you drawn to rose card 3? Gosh, there's some funny things happening with the light here. I'm going to try and change the energy of the angle of the light here so that it doesn't go up and down quite so much. So, if you were drawn to rose card 1, here she is, and she is Rose Ma 8. Now, Rose Ma 8 is all about creativity, and she says, I am creative. And this is our expression through, hi Vicky, hello. This is, this expression of ourselves, and allowing the divine energy to flow through us. So this beautiful rose she's a David Austin rose, and she's called the Lark Ascending, and she's got big curls of petals working into the center, and she's like really unique in the way that she presents herself. Hi Charlie, hi Erica. Yeah, she's a real beauty, and she says, I am creative. This is the divine energy flowing through me, and I am a creative being, and the creator energy is what floods through me when I am present to myself, when I am present to what is showing up in my life and allowing for that flow. So if you were drawn to rose card 1, look at any way in which you can really activate your creative energy in another way. Perhaps there's a new way that is being birthed as we move through this new moon, this closing of a chapter. And it feels to be, much more than the journey from the last new moon to this new moon. It feels like there's a bigger closure that's going on here. And as we activate and work with that, so we can be really present to a new creative energy that can really illuminate our path forward, can show us different aspects of ourselves that we can carry forward, perhaps weaving into an existing template of work and expression that we have. Perhaps you can get more creative with what you're doing in the kitchen. Perhaps you can be more creative in the way that you dress and express your inner being. Perhaps it's about being more creative in your space. And maybe it's something new. Maybe there is a calling to photography or to dance, or I don't know. You'll know. You'll have a sense of what will help to make those energies start to really flow with it for you. It's Beautiful, beautiful energy on this rose. She's a moss rose, actually. She's and very, very scented. So if you chose Rose card 2, she is Rose Angel 10. Now this rose often comes up for us in the rose readings. She's a rose called the Queen of Sweden, and she's an invitation to come really truly home to yourself. She sits in the base second chakra. She is the angel that transforms the wound of abandonment to self-love, self-value, self-esteem. She has this beautiful radiant presence. And we know that the more we come into this place of self-love, the more that sense of presence and openness to being a loving presence to others comes forward. So she's calling, if you were drawn to Rose card 2, she's really calling that aspect of you to come forward, that place in which, there are times when you need to put self first, but that self first doesn't mean selfish. It means that we make sure that our cup is filled first, and that we can then give to others from that place of fullness and overflowing. She, this petal in the front here is like an invitation. She's like an invitation to the dance, and it's the dance of yourself. It's that truly loving what's unfolding in the moment for you. What is the aliveness, the presence, the very presence of being alive on the earth at this time fills us with gratitude. We signed up. We signed up to be here at this point of transformation. And this, I sense, is one of the biggest opportunities that we have. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones that are going to be the agents of transformation. And the more we can show up with integrity, the more we can show up in authenticity to our inner knowing, then the brighter and better the planet, and the greater service that we are to our families and our loved ones. So she is calling you to a deeper presence in self-love, self-value and self-esteem. And if you were drawn to Rose card 3, she is Rose Ma 4. And she really finishes off this trinity of roses because she says, I am nurturer. This is the calling within me. And of course the calling is, how do we nurture ourselves? Do you make time to, do you nurture yourself with the best food that your body calls for to really optimize your well-being, your immune system, the optimum well-being for your body? And do you optimize your well-being on, in every way, or in all aspects of your mind, your body and your soul? Do you need to spend more time in exercise? Do you need to spend more time walking on the beach and just having quiet time? How can you bring a more nurturing presence into your world? We move through this portal tomorrow in the new moon in Pisces, and that's a very it's a water element, where these this last month has been quite an emotional time for many. And we stepped through this window over the weekend into Aries. So it's closing out the last sign of the zodiac and opening us up to Aries. And Aries is a fire sign. The energies are going to change. And whatever you can clear, whatever you can let go of, whatever you can come to closure with, will open up this new pathway of bright light that starts to come in with the fire energy of Aries. And these next 4 or 5 days are quite complex from an astrological point of view. The new moon tomorrow is square to Mars and it's trine to Jupiter, so there's an expansion and there is a primal energy that is present in the Mars energy. So this is powerful, powerful medicine that we're in at the moment that can lead us into this next place of, looking at what it is your expression, what it is that you've come to do, what it is that you've come to share. And the energy will change, that will be a different carrier wave for that out in the world. So our 3 roses for this reading are really powerful. Creation. I am creative. So she's calling for you to really look and see where you can be more creative in your life, how that sense of yourself and your expression can be increased. And of course our creative expression comes from that base second chakra, that sense of base chakra, which is our tribal, our familial core place of connection, and what Jung would call the individuation. Who am I inside the tribe, and what did I bring? What did I bring uniquely to share? Here she is, Rose Angel 10, that the foundation of all of this is self-love, self-value and self-esteem. So what do you need to do that will make a shift and a change in this aspect of yourself in these coming days? And I am nurturer. What can you add to your toolbox that allows you to nurture yourself, and from that place be able to be an agent for nurturing others? So I hope the reading has been useful, interesting, and giving you some guidance or some insight into this next piece moving forward. I'm really pleased to say that I'm going to be offering some new classes in the next couple of weeks. There is a fabulous new class that is using the Rose Bagua and the inner feng shui of love, the inner feng shui of the heart, a space clearing class, and there is a new Rose 1 and Rose 2 class that will be up on the website in the next couple of days. So I wish you a good evening here from the Rosie Temple in Hampshire in England, and till we meet again, much love and rosy blessings. Bye for now. Bye-bye.